Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Hey, fellas, don't fight over that hot dog. There's plenty for everyone. Big, plump, and juicy, wrapped in an oven-fresh bun. Add mustard, relish, ketchup, and go to work. Yes, the hot dogs at our refreshment center are the best you'll find anywhere. Everybody agrees on that.
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Thirsty? The refreshment stand is open with everything to satisfy your taste buds. Here's the menu: the hottest, freshest, crunchiest popcorn, each kernel popped to its fullest with that real movie time taste. Cold drinks. You'll find your favorite ice cold, tasty, and thirst quenching. And hot dogs, hamburgers, and candy too. Now a short intermission, so you'll have time to make your selection before the show begins.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Top quality hamburgers, the most popular snack in the country. We serve them plain or garnished to your taste.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Just 1 minute to go.
And now, on with the show.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Hello, fellow humans. We are live here at Unibet Poker and Run It Once Poker today. We've got 3 games running at the moment. We've got the €600 Falling Star Bounty, a €5 buy-in. It's up on screen now. We've also got the 250 Supernova Nano going, €1 buy-in freeze-out. We got something a little different now for something a little different today. We've got some cash games going on Run It Once. I was over checking out Phil Galfon's stream yesterday. He had an Instagram giveaway. Hey, clowns. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, so Phil had a giveaway. I ended up winning €10 to my Run It Once bankroll. And here we are, streaming some Run It Once cash games. First time I played on the site because I have not had any. I mean, you guys know I'm not a cash player, right? That's not cash isn't my normal thing. Tournaments is my normal thing, so this is very unusual for me. And they don't have tournaments or sit and goes or anything, so I haven't had the chance to really play on there. I've watched a little bit of it. I like the interface so far. I'm really quite enjoying the interface. Seems quite smooth. Seems quite workable. I like the way the button design is. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing, to be perfectly honest, and how it's playing. I'm not impressed with the way I'm playing, but it's cash, so I'm kind of expecting to have my ass kicked here. I'm basically expecting to donate. Basically expecting to donate my €10 back to the community, right? So that's kind of what I expect to sort of happen here. Yeah, that's okay, clowns. We can, once we're in flight, you can get up and move around the cabin if you like. You can unbuckle and move around the cabin. We do recommend if you're in your seat, you should probably have your seatbelt securely fastened just in case something does go wrong. But we're usually pretty safe here on the Mothership. So I've dropped a little bit in the Bounty Badlands. I've had a kind of a slow couple of days there. I've been playing a lot. I just haven't been hitting bounties and haven't been doing great. Oh, we got a splash pot going here in the extra 20 cents in the pot. That's just dead money sitting there in the pot. So we probably want to be. We got a 4 big blind raise into this pot. This means we probably want to. I mean, we obviously don't have the sort of hand that we want to be involved in this sort of pot with. But the pot was just so big. I mean, it would have been nice to have gotten involved in a splash pot like that. But what can we do? Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the burger stand is only virtual here. So you make your own burgers though, Cleeds, if you want. I don't object to my Mothership passengers making their own dinners. I don't object to that at all. Considering we don't actually provide... Jesus, dude, get a muffler. I'm sure you guys heard that stupid car behind me there from my window. Yeah, considering that we don't actually provide food or snacks, we just tantalize you with the cool. I just picked up another €5 IPO ticket from the flips. They really are printing money. We might be having a short day in the supernova today. This is probably not the most GTO move in the world. Wow. How did he think that long with a fucking set? Excuse my language. So it's a short day in the supernova. No biggie. Go back to the falling star. Given that, I'm actually going to jump in another €5. I have two €5 satellite tickets for the IPO. So I'm going to use those in this next qualifier that's up here. Okay, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you hanging about. Alrighty, so as I said, we're playing some cash here on the run at once site. Probably going to end up donating our €10 back to the community, but that's cool. It's free money anyway. So let's see what we can do with it. It is awesome to see everybody here. I honestly had no idea what my turnout would be like today, given that Mr. Simpson is streaming, and I don't usually try to compete with him. In part because I like to be over there watching a stream, but also in part because, frankly, don't understand why people would watch me instead of watching him if they have the chance. And that's me talking about whether you should watch me or not. Well, good. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So pretty happy with the way this hand is developing now. We're just gonna keep calling behind at this point. Not thrilled, obviously, with the heart. I don't think I can value bet my two pair when the heart comes on the river, the way the action's gone. So I think I just have to check back and hope for the best. For the record, when I'm talking about cash strategy, I'm sure you guys will hear the most absurd things come out of my mouth because I have no idea what I'm doing in cash. I'm sure that a lot of my plays. I think one of the reasons that I don't do very well in cash is because my thinking is very much tournament focused. So I make plays that may or may not be, are I can make an argument for them in a tournament setting. That just makes no sense in the cash. I think perhaps to cash players. So if there's any cash players out there who want to give me some tips on the way I'm playing my stuff, I certainly would appreciate that because I do not play cash at all. I really have no clue what's going on. I mean, most people, most poker players have a huge background in cash, and that's what they play mostly, and tournament is just kind of their sideline fun. I literally started playing poker tournaments without playing any cash, and I've got, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, I've got over 1 million online online tournament hands recorded. I'm probably in the 2 million range, but by now, because the 1 million number was 2 or 3 years ago that I worked that one out. So I'm definitely, so I'm definitely above 1 million, without question. If I've logged 10,000 cash hands online, I'd be shocked at that. In fact, if I've logged 5,000 cash hands online, I'd be shocked. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if I've logged under 1,000 cash hands online. I'd have to go back and dig through my various HUDs and stuff, and even that I might not be able to get all of the data back to the day. But it's always nice to have you. It's always nice to have you here. You look good. I'm going to put in a little bit of a raise here. I haven't been raising much, so I might actually get some respect out of this. It's probably not, probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to try to steal blinds in a cash game setting. So once again, it's me in a tournament mode. So we'll just get out of the way, obviously, with the 3-bet and the 4-bet in front of us and our 8 deuce. We're just done. We're just done like dinner. Alrighty, so this is going to be the 5-euro. Unibet. Go. Six ticks. That's what that one will be. So yeah, I do like the interface on this Run It Once a fair bit so far. Been quite impressed with the gameplay and with the way it, with the look and feel of it. I've heard some people complain about the cartoon avatars. I think they're fine. You know, it's a slightly different. It's a slightly different policy. It's a slightly different policy to Unibet in that they force you here on Run It Once to change your usernames. In fact, it's just like automatically done. Well, this might be the pot where we. This might be the pot where we lose our first stack here on Run It Once. Wow. Yeah. Alrighty, so we'll buy one more stack. So we had the better spades. We had the better hand pre-flop, and dude just fucking gets there on us because that's the way my cash games go, right? And I lose my whole stack in that situation because the guy playing 9-3 is the one that gets there instead of me playing the better hand. So, and I think one of the reasons that I don't play cash is just because that happens to me so often when I play, and it's just not, you know. But it's nice to see people suck out everywhere. It's not just on Unibet that people suck out on me. It's fucking everywhere, including Run It Once, where they just go aggro against me with crappy pieces of shit hands and get there. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, I've got the qualifier running now as well. Just to have a quick look at that one. So this is for another 33 ticket. We've got 4 of them already, but the more the merrier, I say, because I actually would. I wouldn't mind. Obviously, want 1 ticket, but if I get 1, I'm going to keep playing for others because you can rebuy and you can rebuy. And you can buy on multiple days at the main, so it pays to have more than 1 ticket, I think. So I'm still playing in the €5, €600 guarantee falling star as well. I guess we can't play that. So I think with a 4 here, I shouldn't be up against a 3 very often, but we also know that he's loose aggressive and he plays like crazy, so he could easily be playing a 3 here. We of course have the higher straight draw though, so I'm relatively happy to continue in this pot. And the pair of 4s, I think our pair is going to be good a lot of the time. We're in check call mode here probably. Sweet, we take the pot. We are up on our second buy-in. Of course, we're still down for €4 overall, but what are you gonna do? Oh, you guys weren't even watching that hand as I was describing it. Oh well, sorry about that. I finally won a hand on the cash table, and you guys weren't even around to watch it. Ooh, they call me loose passive. I'm not sure I like that. That's because I call. That's because I've been calling all the time, and I haven't really had raising hands. Nice clowns. That's a nice one, Ilkut. Yeah, it's I'm certainly having fun doing I'm certainly having fun doing the challenge, and having fun, playing um, playing the games. Um, I, I I can't really put my finger on it, on why, but playing on Unibet for the past few months has been the best, most fun I've had playing online poker for years. I started to get really jaded with the online poker world, and I don't know, something, it just sort of rekindled my love of playing online, and I'm enjoying the run at once. I mean, so far I'm enjoying this run at once. If I can like free roll a stack or a bankroll in the run at once, I'll probably keep playing there. But like I said, I'm not a cash game player, so I honestly don't expect to run anything up here. Well, I think we have to call and see a flop with our queen 10. We could probably 3-bet with a queen 10. But I actually think it's sort of polarizing and bluffy when we 3-bet there. Blind on blind is a little different perhaps, but it's definitely good to have you. You're welcome if you're new or not. I guess we'll just give this one to Brooke. I mean, our queen high can actually be good there, but we're gonna have to call several bets down to the river, so. We are all in the falling star. Just put in a min raise here. Should probably raise a little bit more with this hand, but we're trying to sort of make it look super strong. Oh, you guys weren't even watching that hand again either. So I think I'm actually going to leave this table and join a different table. So I'm basically going to jump out and rejoin. This should jump me out with 627 in my bankroll, I think. Well, depending on what happens between now and then. I've got one more hand to play. And we're just going to get out of the way with our king 9, I think. And we'll be leaving the table, I believe, after this hand. Yeah, so that takes us out of there. And let's do this again. Yeah, 627. Alrighty, so we are back. And it looks like we've got a different table, although we don't necessarily know that. With playing cash, there's no actual breaks either, so I won't necessarily be... Hey, it's good to see you, my friends. Good to see you. Good to see you. Woohoo, go for it. Take it down, my friend. Take it down. We got an extra €4 in the pot here on this one. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to take advantage of it, though. Yes, definitely take it down, my friend. Put in a raise here with Queen 5. Sadie's been going fairly uneventfully over here in answer to Ant-Man's questions. Hello, Ant-Man, by the way. We haven't really been paying much attention to. We haven't been playing many hands. We're in Sadie mode at this point, trying to see what happens. We're gonna wait until we get some big hands and go from there. It's been pretty slow. It's been pretty slow so far. We've been pretty card dead. Oh, the 33 buy-in hasn't started yet. That starts later. But I'm in the qualifier to another 33 ticket as well at the moment. That's the one I thought you were talking about. The qualifier 33 starts in half an hour, I think, or an hour. 1 hour it starts. So at 2 p.m. my time, it will be running. So we have 1 hour to go until we're playing for an IPO seat. And I noticed one of the other people registered in that is Mr. DK Lappin, so it'll be interesting to be sitting at a table with him. I'm pretty sure I have not sat at a table with him before. Of course, I've sat at a table with Ian when we've played sit and goes quite a bit. But I'm pretty sure I've never sat at a table with Mr. Lappin before, so that'll be kind of interesting to do. I'm guessing Dara will be in there as well, probably. Um, let's actually have a look at that. See who's. Let's have a look and see who's registered here. What do we got? We got more Elronis at the top of the list because I was the first person to register in this game. We got Rock Romaine, who's been something of a nemesis to us in the €5 buy-ins. We got David K. Lappin. Hep 111 looks familiar as well. It's a Trap looks familiar. Don't recognize any of the other names. I might recognize ROFL Copter as well, actually. So we're up a few cents again on the cash table, surprisingly. So we're still down. Still down our entire first buy-in, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I had the best hand pre-flop. I had the best hand. I had the best draws. He just fucking got there with his crap hand. Spot was all limpy pre-flop. We got backdoor clubs and top pair, so we're gonna be pretty happy to play around on this pot, I think. I want to keep. Well, there's no reason to bloat this pot. We don't need to go too much more crazy here, but we're definitely not going anywhere. So gross. Alrighty, I guess we're done. I don't know if I want to rebuy or not. Yeah, let's rebuy. Yeah, Rock Romaine is a solid player. I've been facing them quite a bit in the €5 buy-in, €5 buy-in satellites. And I was in Ian's stream the other day, friend of, like a personal friend in real life of Ian's, as far as I could tell from the conversation. They seemed to be chatting about all sorts of shit they were getting up to, if I recall correctly. See what we get with ace 5 here, suited. Probably going to be calling my big blind here and seeing what we get on a flop as well, I think, with a 4-5 of hearts. That is not the sort of flop we were looking for. We do have a backdoor straight flush card, but that's it's a pretty long bet we got going there for that one, I think. Way to go, Hags. Heads up. Take it down. Take it down. So I think we get out of the way here. I just don't think we have enough. I just don't think we have enough equity with just the backdoor and the paired board out there. So trying to debate if I should change back into my 10 Jilly clothes before the IPO Saturday starts, or whether I should play as more Elron East. So as far as I can tell with this run at once software, I see my username on. I see my username when I'm looking at the table. I see randomized usernames for everybody else, and that's the way everybody else sees the table as well. They see their own username, but they see randomized usernames for everybody else sitting at the table. I think the only place that isn't true, and I could be wrong about this as well, but I think the only place that isn't true, we're putting all our money on with 5s here on the Falling Star table, is in the case of one of their known pros, like Phil Galfond, I think is always identified as Phil Galfond when he's on your table, so I believe, anyways. I'm not 100% certain of that, but I'm pretty sure he's always identified as Phil. And, you know, the same with their other sort of sponsored name pros. Wow, we just get called with the 5-4. We just get fucking called with the 5-4. Holy crap. Like, really? I mean, I know it's a bounty and all, and I know there's like extra equity in the pot because of the bounties, but really? Fucking 5-4, dude? I'm doing good, Mike. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing, my friend? So it's funny. I was looking at the Run It Once actually has a streamer program available, and it's like a rakeback. It's like a rakeback program thing. I was looking at the terms and conditions, and I was actually, for once, I was actually reading one of the terms and conditions documents. I don't know if I could actually be there. One of the terms, and I'm pretty sure I don't fucking meet this term, is that you can't use offensive or foul language on on the stream at any time. So, I think we're fucking drawn dead on that one, right? Somehow I think it's probably not meaning the sort of mild stuff that comes out of my mouth from time to time. But I think that's probably one of those clauses that's just there so you can bring the hammer down in extreme cases. But who knows? It might be the case that my my mouth would exclude me from the Run It Once streamer program. So if we just ignore the €4 that I gave away on the first buy-in, we're actually up. I should have raised a little bit more with the splash pot out there. Especially with the crap hand that I have. Yeah. Oh well. Live and learn. So I think we're gonna defend our big blind here as well and see a flop. Do I want to 3-bet this? Probably not. We have too much potential flop equity with a hand like 10-9 to want to go too crazy with it. So I think we just call behind, see what the flop brings, go from there. Flop comes pretty good for us. We're not putting them on a 7 very often here. So we're going to check to the aggressor, but we're not going anywhere with our 9 by any stretch of the imagination. And we're now up and down, so we're still not going anywhere. We still got top pair. So yeah, I think we're value betting our top pair at this point. So yeah, as I was saying, if we ignore the first €4 that I just kind of gave away to Buddy on the table there with my better hand pre-flop and better flush draw post-flop to his, let's just hit a 9. I'm actually up about 35, 40 cents, but that's after being down. It's after being one of my friends here in Alberta has a nice phrase for that. He's called upstuck, which I really like. Sorry, Hags. Alrighty, well, we made the add-on with our second buy-in at the. Oh, geez, I did not mean to. Oh well, I guess we rebought as well. Got myself a €2 sit and go ticket and a €2 Hexapro ticket. We're spending a lot more money this month than we usually do, which is why it's giving us so many extra tickets and seats. But all right, so what I need to do actually is enter this in since I'm actually paying for this now. I wasn't paying for it before, but we are now €10 deep in this one. We are over 1,000 tournaments played on Unibet now as well. Up to 1,017 tournaments on Unibet. Just all sorts of milestones hitting this week. It's cool. It's cool. Looks like there's extra money in this pot. So I think we want to try to contest for it. I don't think we're going to be quite as willing to get rid of our hand either as we were last time. Because, I mean, last time it was just a complete, we just had a complete airball, right? Here we've actually got some potential equity, depending on the flop. Oh, let's make sure you guys are watching what I'm talking about. And we flopped pretty good for... I mean, if you're gonna raise the pot with 4-5, you can't really ask for a much better flop than that, without actually having a deuce or a 7 on there as well. So I guess we're not going anywhere. We could have raised there for sure with our straight, but I don't think that's or a straight draw. I don't think that's necessarily the right move in a cash context. I'm not sure though. Should I have been raising? Holy crap! Holy crap! I mean, I only have a draw, right? I only have a draw, so I guess I can't even really be thinking about. Wow. Wow. Wow, that was just a big cooler. And of course our straight draw wouldn't have got there, so we would have been haven't really been having much luck with these splash pots so far. We are all in once again on the Falling Star bounty table. Potentially a nice hand developing here on the cash table. Over at Run It Once. And we just get there on the turn. I think with the way we've played this hand, we get paid off here. I mean, I don't think I can raise him with the, what have I got, third nuts, second nuts here, third nuts. Either way, it's not the nut, so I don't think I can actually raise him. But I also can't fold, so. Another nice, another decent splash pot. Not huge, but I like the chat options that we've got here as well. Can't really chat, but there's a little bit of chat option available. So yeah, it's fun. Ready? I think we're actually going to put in the raise with our tens here. And she just pots. I was thinking of actually just rejamming pre-flop, but tens is pretty weak for that, I think. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Get quite a few small splash pots over here, which is kind of nice. We're 30 minutes away, roughly, 35 minutes away, roughly, from the start of the IPO final. That's what we're really on for today, of course. That's why we got up this morning. That's what's going on today. We try to book our seat to Dublin. We got a buy-in. We got not one, but we got possibly two rebuys. And we got an add-on still on top of that. So life's pretty good for us in that one, I think. I think we got good odds. And I ran the numbers, and it's really only cost me about, well, I think with today, it's going to be somewhere around 65 euros that I've spent on winning all these tickets, which is 140 euro value so far, at least, with who knows what we're going to get in the one that we're currently playing. We ended up down with a short-handed table here. I wonder if we're going to get. Wonder if we're going to get more. I think I might move and try a new table. So we're slowly inching our way back up again. Nope, I think we're back at the same table. I don't know why we only have 3 people playing here, but... Raise with our suited jack here on the button. That's no good, Night Shopper. That's not the way you're supposed to be. It's not the way you're supposed to be emulating me. Gonna put in a C-bet here with our paired 6. Yeah, I mean, I quit that last table mostly to get away from a 3-handed situation, so I might end up stopping the run at once cash action at this fairly soon if we don't get some more players. We got a 4th now. That's a little bit better. And I raised 12 with our King Queen. I think our top pair is still going to be good a lot of the time. I mean, we're top 2nd at this point, right? So I think we're still going to be the best hand most of the time. So I think we're going to value bet here. We'll let them fight it out if they want. Welcome to the Elron School of Bounty Play, Night Shopper. Welcome to the Elron School of Bounty Play. You've been playing as you've been wearing Elron avatars for so long now. You're starting to play like me. That's not necessarily a good thing, my friend. I'm pretty happy that I'm finally allowed to use the Elron avatar as well. The wrestler Elron. Been a little. That was one of the things that was tilting me as the people were. Well, it didn't really tilt me, but it was one of the things that sort of tilted me was that people were using an avatar that I didn't have access to, and I just picked up access a couple of days ago for that. So. We'll see what the flop brings with our pair of 8s here. This being a satellite, I mean, in a regular MTT, I'm very likely thinking about putting in a 3-bet there. I don't think here I necessarily want to do that. I'm more in a preservation mode. When it checks around to us, we put in a bet there almost all the time. But I don't think we continue here, like ever at this point, with just our pair of eights. I mean, there is only the one card, but the queen is going to be very likely in the range of callers there, or of raisers there. So I just don't think we can ever play there very much. I'm raising my third hand in a row on the cash table. The other two have not necessarily been so great. I mean, the ironic thing was the hand that he 3-bet me on, I'd raised twice before and just they got through. And the hand that he 3-bets me on was actually the best of the three that I was raising. So I'm almost tempted to come back over top of him there. Nice to see a fifth player in the table. I mean, I think we're calling a bet here with our 9. I think we're definitely value betting. We got another IPO flip that's just popped up. I'm not going to put that on screen. Got Rock Romaine in there. Don't see anybody else. Don't see anybody else that I recognize. I actually got 0 money in the one I played earlier today. These flips, it's unusual. I usually get something. It's very rare that I get like completely shut out. Get rid of the 4-8. Wow, I got 0 again. How is it even possible for me to get 0 in these flips? It's like 2 and 2. 2 today I got 0 in. That's just wrong. It's just wrong. It must be something buggy or something, because it just shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be possible for me to get 0 in both of the flips, right? I don't really know why I was thinking about that in a satellite format, but just feels really fishy, of course, but what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to see a flop with my spades here. And we probably just get out of the way now. Well, if she checks back, if she checked back there, I was definitely putting in a bet on the turn, whatever turn came, to rep the ace. I still can. I actually don't feel like she's playing the ace, but we're all in on the falling star. One more time. This time with feeling, folks. Ace 8 against ace 7. And we hodl. Yes, we double up in the falling star. We just folded 8 deuce to go for a walk. Go back to the run at once table for a bit. We're definitely going to put in some money with our 5s here. I'm out of the Nano Nova ages ago. C-bet our 5s here. We're going to check back on this one. We've got the diamond draw, diamond redraw, which we hit. It's not the best diamond in the world. And I mean, I think we just check back here for a showdown value with our 5 of diamonds. We obviously don't beat any diamond hands. We're not going to bluff any diamond hands off, so there's nothing that we Nice one, guys. Keep the deep runs going. We always like to hear about deep runs here on the Mothership. Always love to see you guys making the monies. Whether we're making the monies or not, it always makes our day better if someone in the stream is making the monies. We're doing okay today. We haven't actually been doing great in the Unibet tournaments overall. We got a booty in the Ice Giant, then we got our ass handed to us. We haven't got any booties in the Falling Star yet. But we are on the we're about 8 from the money at the moment, so we're coming close to the money bubble. Put in a raise with our ace deuce. Happier with loose aggressive than I was with loose passive. Yes, good luck to all of you nice folks. Win all the monies. Win it all. Every little penny. Every little penny. We're definitely going to see a flop with our A7 here. We are not going anywhere. We're all in on the qualifier table. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere, and we're going to value bet now that she's checked back to us on the... Pair of kings. We like that hand. Value bet our kings here. Got a full table again. Got a full table again, finally. Pretty nice straight draw we flopped there. I don't think we're going anywhere. Word pairs on the turn. I think a bluff gets through here. I think a bluff gets through here a lot. Like I said, I think a bluff gets through here a lot. We got €8, 8 cents in the splash pot on this one. Ooh, and we got queens. We got the lady nuts. Put in a chunky value bet here. Very loose aggressive. I mean, I'm not though, really. I've been playing kings and queens and things. We're on the bubble. I'm like rocking a really short stack of the qualifier or the falling star. I don't have any bounties yet, but we are on the bubble of the for cash money. So we'll see if we get there. Of course, it doesn't actually pay me back my buy-in if even if I cash. Got to go pretty deep to get €5 back if I don't have a booty to play with. Oh, I'm not sure why I limped there. I think I thought it was folding, to be perfectly honest. I think I must have misclicked. We are also on the cash bubble of the IPO qualifier here. One more player will get, the next player out gets nothing. Then there's a €2 prize, followed by €5 MTT tickets, and then 633 tickets up top as well. So DK Lappin's in this one as well. So he must be on the other table. I haven't seen him yet in this one. $0.12 splash pot in cash game here. So I think we're going to put in a raise with our King 10. Should probably put in a slightly bigger raise now that I'm looking at it, but So we flop a gut shot. I'm pretty happy to keep putting value into this pot as a c-bet. So that puts us up and down, which is enough value that I think we've got check back options here. These are the spots in cash that I honestly don't know how to play properly. So I'm just going to call it off with my 10. Wow. Wow, and we just blew our stack off in the qualifier as well. Although we are up to a five ticket at this point, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to 3-bet with my 7s. Classic race, which we lose. Classic race, which we lose. Nice, nice, Mikey. Take down that prize. Take down that prize. We are still alive in the qualifier. Live for a €5 ticket. So I can't actually even add money to the table because I don't have enough in my... I don't actually have enough in my account to top up to 100 big blinds, so it's not letting me top up. See if I can get myself some money back. We do have a break coming up. Wow, We just get it. Oh, we get there, though, on the 9. Nice. We get a nice double up there. Alrighty, let's play our 5s. I'm just going to leave this table. I think I still am going to leave it on my next big blind, no matter what happens. Wow, and we just get there twice. We're going to hit and run, too. We're going to hit and run that table. I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back in a few short minutes. I'm not going to actually run commercials because I'm a little bit... Actually, no, we are going to run a commercial. We are actually going to run a commercial for you. So enjoy the commercials. I'll just cut it off early.
Never before a lipstick so red. An exciting new lipstick. New Viv, in 6 of the most vivid reds any woman has ever worn. One shade is redder than a fire engine. Another shade is redder than a rose. Exciting new Viv. Viv shades from pink to plum look brighter, more lustrous, because a new way has been found to give depth of color to lipstick. And Viv's bright color stays on. Viv is the comfortable, long-lasting lipstick, never drying. Viv keeps your lips soft, moist, smooth. Choose your favorite from 6 vivid shades. Try Viv on your own lips. See what Viv, the really vivid lipstick, can do for you. Never before a lipstick so red. New Viv, the comfortable, long-lasting lipstick.
Like they ran out of... The man who exploded. Well, he looks as though he's about ready to explode, but what's it all about?
Just this. He's been trying to watch television all evening, but he's had to jump up every few minutes, like this, to adjust his set because of interference. After 2 hours of that, well, he just exploded. Isn't that too bad? And he could have had such a pleasant time if he'd been watching television on a new Westinghouse big screen set like this one, for instance. There just isn't any interference to bother you on the screen of a new Westinghouse set. There are no flopovers like this, for instance. They've been completely eliminated by a sensational new development called the electronic clarifier. And if you've ever felt like exploding because of streaks on your screen like this, they usually come from someone in the neighborhood using outmoded electrical equipment, well, you just sit back and relax. You won't get any on the screen of a new Westinghouse set because of the electronic clarifier. And then there's the business of airplanes. When they fly overhead, your present set probably does this, doesn't it? Uh-huh. It gets the flutters. Well, there won't be any flutters on a new Westinghouse set. There just can't be because of the electronic clarifier. Now, at last, you get clear pictures that stay clear, with no streaks, no flutter, and no flopover in every area where the television signal is normal. And if the set you're looking at now gives you a clear picture here in the center, but out toward the edges it tends to blur, well, that's another trouble that you won't have with a new Westinghouse set, because the picture is always clear and sharp all over. There are lots of other wonderful improvements in new Westinghouse sets, too. As a matter of fact, I don't have time to tell you about all of them, but they all add up to this. With all these amazing improvements, Westinghouse brings you the very best television reception possible. So why don't you stop in at your Westinghouse dealer and see these beautiful new Westinghouse big screen television sets for yourself? They're really just so beautiful, and you'll be surprised that your dealer will give you a most generous trade-in allowance on your old small screen set. And remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
This year, Anson is serving up the finest fashions in town.
Alrighty, we are back, and the $33 game is up. Except this is not a qualifier. This is the actual 33 Euro IPO. So let's correct that. Qualifier 2. IPO seat only. $309 ticks. So I'm not playing the run it up cash anymore. At least not for a little while. I'm gonna drop that for the time being. We might come back and do a little bit more of that though in a bit. I was actually having some fun with that, so we'll see. It wasn't terrible. Still got some bankroll there, so it's not like we blew it. It's not like we blew it out of the water. Although we're half our bankroll, or half what the bankroll was. I think over there now. We have a quick look. Yeah, 529. We started with 10, so you know that's the way my cash sessions go pretty much. If I don't go broke, I have less money than I started with. Oh, Enie's on our table. We got Enie. We got our good friend Enie there. I'm cashing with 0 booties in the Falling Star. Thank you, Mr. Night Shopper. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We will do our best to book ourselves a ticket to Dublin. Alrighty. So Enie has a bit of a rough first hand. King's into Ace King. He with the Ace King, of course. Thank you for the good luck wishes, Night Shopper. We've already seen some Enie violence happen here. Not against us, but, you know. So I won a €5 ticket from the other qualifier I was playing. All right, so I think I'm going to jump into the singularity that just kicked off as well. Which I have just done. We have a 33 FR2 go seat only 0 in that one so far. And 2 for a singularity. We are done in the Falling Star bounty for €3.52. It's a €5 buy-in, so that doesn't really do us a whole lot of good, but it does mean we're slightly better off than we were. Zero, but we did get a 5 ticket out of it. Right. Alrighty, so here we are. Thank you, everyone. Good luck to everybody else. Anyone else who may be playing it? Good luck to our friend Ian, who has just lost his second buy-in against in a cooler hand. He's probably having a little bit of fun over on his stream with that. So the first one, if you missed it, was he had Ace King. Called off or got in against Kings. And that one there, he's got the Ace Jack, and he hits the Jack, and he gets in against Aces. He is not having a good day so far. Thank you, Rage. Thank you very much. Thank you, of course, to everybody who's here watching and enjoying the poker action today. Oh no, Night Chopper, busted the solar. That's terrible. That's terrible. How does that happen? How does that even happen? Is that like even legal? Is it even legal for people to bust you in that tournament? I don't know. It seems you should look into that. You should contact a lawyer about that or something. I think. I don't even think that's legal, man. Don't even think that shit's legal. Pair of fives on our qualifier table. We're probably going to get involved with that, I think. Do a bit of a 3-bet here with our fives in position. Relatively comfortable c-betting this board as well for value. And likewise to continue for value, I think. Well, that's interesting. I still have access to the rebuy button, even though I've got more than 3,000 chips in my stack. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Right, so just doing some Twitter work, which is why I'm kind of not chatting entirely at the moment. So yeah, it was fun to play on Run It Once. That was fun. I'll probably go back to it a little bit more. I'm gonna focus on the IPO qualifier for now, but it's another spot where I could put in the 3-bet with the fives as well, expecting to be in position. It's funny, I'm just watching the other fives hand on the screen right now. That's interesting. See, I knew I was going to flop the set on this one, which is why I just called behind, because, you know. A lot of draws are getting there. It's not real huge draws. I mean, he's going to have clubs some of the time. He's not going to have an ace-deuce or a deuce-six or 6-7 much of the time, I wouldn't think, but I value bet my set. I mean, with the clubs there, I don't think he has the clubs often. This is a satellite as well, though, so we don't actually need to go. I think we just check behind with the clubs out there. Yeah, only one non-L run. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, no kidding, right? It's like, hey, wait a second. There's like some guys like four tabling me or four counting me in this sit and go named Elron. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm a little confused as to why I still have a rebuy option on this Saudi table when I have 4,400 chips. I would have thought that it would have been turned off after 3,000. Maybe you can rebuy up to 6,000. Maybe it's like a double stack. Maybe it's like a double stack buy if you want. 37 people in this qualifier for the IPO so far. Nobody's busted yet. People still registering. Still got a few minutes of late reg left on this, I think. $18 of late reg left on this one. I get 50 people in this. We're currently in a scoring position. I mean, at the end of the day, I really only have a gut shot here, so it's probably not. It's probably not. It's one of those hands that looks a lot better than it actually is. Good game, Mike. Well played, my friend. Well played. How much was that worth? Of course, still a long way from any sort of consideration of cashing or money or anything in this one, but it's looking good so far. We're in scoring position. 15 minutes to go, roughly, until the till reg closes and we do the add-on period. Ooh, nice. 103 euros. Very nice. That would be a very nice little bink to our bankroll. plan. Well, that's what we're playing now. So we also have the this singularity table running as well as the IPO. That's the only other game I'm playing at the moment, though. I was playing Run It Once earlier. Cash. We gave away about €5 of our €10 bankroll to the community. And decided to call it a day. Nice to see everybody here today, by the way. I know it's not a normal day for my streaming sessions, but it's not a normal day in general because we're playing this €33 buy-in, which is way above our weight range usually. But we got tickets, and we're looking for a seat in the IPO Dublin International Poker Open. Yeah, you won't be able to. You won't be able to resist it. And besides, once we know, you'll already have told us. So us telling you not to mention it will probably be a little late by then. So this will almost certainly be my last stream before I head off to Winnipeg on Tuesday. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. Got some other things I need to get done tomorrow. Any luck, we can start September off here with a nice big bang at some point. was thinking about 3-betting this hand here, but very nice shout out from Ian there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Night Shopper as well for all the social media love. Raise with our suited ace here. Get 3-bet again. Ace 4 is slightly stronger than the Queen Jack we had before, but I still don't think it's, certainly not with the shove over top. So I guess we're just getting rid of our hand. Yeah, would have split the pot with the ace queen. 2-pair with king kicker. 36 euros up top on this singularity, if we can get there. 759 for min cash at the moment. I think we're still have reg for a little while, so still some time to go. This is, of course, the game that we're really interested in. This is the one where I could book a seat to Dublin. We're watching. Poor Eanies here has been having a rough day so far for sure. So we've had 4 people bust and not rebuy in this event so far. Down to 40 players remaining. I think we're still buying in. Yeah, 4 minutes. 4 minutes left in rebuy. $44 total players so far. We just sort of hit gin on this flop without actually hitting it. If you're not actually gonna have a made hand, it's you know, I'd flip a spade and a heart around, and we'd be a lot happier. You know, two hearts and 1 spade instead of 2 spades, 1 heart. But you know, otherwise, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? It's a pretty darn good flop for a 7-8 suited. That's a pretty darn good flop for our 8 suited. I don't think we'd go anywhere. Ugh. That spade is the worst. That fucking spade is the worst. See right there, I just invalidated my contract with Run It Once if I had one. At least based on the strict interpretation of the terms and conditions that I read. So we might be in trouble in the singularity. We're still doing okay in the qualifier though. Port Uni's on his 3rd bullet at least. I haven't seen everything else, but he's on at least this 3rd bullet. And his 3rd bullet's not even going all that hot for him, it looks like. So sad Uni. We have just about a minute and a half left in registration, at which point we will have the add-on period, I believe, where I think I will do a rebuy and an add-on with 2 of my 3 remaining tickets. To give myself the most chips and the best chance to actually get through this thing. This is likely going to be the last hand for the rebuy period. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the... Oh, maybe we have to play 1 more level before we get into the add-on period. Yeah, it looks like we might have to play 1 more level before we get into the add-on. Late registration closed on 7. We still got 1 more level of rebuys before the add-on happens, though. So, okay, so we got 6 more minutes before this happens. So I'm actually curious what you guys' thoughts are on the rebuy versus, or rebuy add-on versus just add-on question for me at this point. Very, very curious what we should do. What's our best move here? I mean, I think I'm leaning towards both a rebuy and an add-on, just simply because I think the more chips I have, the better position I'm in. And to a certain extent, I'm not that concerned about lighting money on fire in this case. I mean, obviously, I don't want to spend more of my tickets than I have to, but we are talking about tickets that I got relatively cheap, so it's a slightly different situation than it might be otherwise, if you get my drift. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about that wrong, but the thing is, I'm not actually sure it does anything for you. If everybody else is doing the same thing, then sure, I have more chips, but it's actually staying the same relative to everybody else, right? Where I guess I might get a chip advantage is if it's actually a quote-unquote mistake in the eyes of everybody else, and so I'm the only one that does it. That would actually give me like 3,000 more chips than everybody else on average. We're done in the singularity when we shoved fours and got called off pretty light by ace-7 in the big blind. And he hits his ace. So we are done in the singularity tournament. It's your own fault for being quite that aggressive, but what are you going to do? So we are only playing the IPO qualifier at the moment. That might change shortly, but I do want to focus on that particular tournament. I think I'll probably, there's a €1 singularity that I'll probably reg at the top of the hour, but or I might not, depending on how long this. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, so how did Eni get his chips back? He was quite low on chips. So let's go back through the hands and have a quick look here. Or did he just rebuy? Oh, I think he just rebought. I think he just, yeah, I think he just did a rebuy. That makes some sense, Mike. Alrighty, so we are on the we're on the break now. I don't actually think this is the kind of hand that I want to just jam with at this point. And I can rebuy for. I'd only actually be getting an extra 400 chips by jamming and getting called by one in one place. So I think that's the right move. So yeah, rebuy with one ticket and add on with another ticket. That puts us in a scoring position. Probably. So I won't be able to play any more of these IPOs, satellites all next week, because of course I'll be in Winnipeg doing the live reporting. And I won't even be around for next Sunday's final, but I will when I get back after that, I'll be getting back in and hitting these again to try to get more seats. Hopefully we already have one seat booked today. Yeah, so we're sitting sixth place out of 40 remaining people. 48 total buys, and there are only 9. There was overlay. We didn't hit the guarantee, so there's only 9 seats available. No other prizes. So we need to get the final table. Everybody on the final table gets paid. Nobody else does. We need to get the final table. We can do that, though. I think we can do that. Especially against a whole bunch of people that did not add on, it looks like. Like, when is it ever going to be... When is it ever not going to be a value to not add on? I mean, that just... I don't get that. Why would you not add on in a tournament like this? I mean, I get that there might be a question about whether you rebuy, but Saris clearly did not add on because he's got less than 6,000 chips and it's a 6,000 add-on. I don't understand. Arrowweed or Arrowhead obviously chose not to add on as well because he's only got 2,000 chips. So how's that possible? And it looks like Dirty probably didn't. So weird. I don't get actually how or why people would not add on in this spot. Put in the raise here with our King Jack suited. And it's a raise and take it. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that in that situation. El Renimo? I like it. El Renimo. I expect I'm the only Elron playing the IPO satellites today, but I could be wrong about that. There might be another Elron in the mix. Well, I can't even call that off. 1,500 into a pot of 25. Yeah, I don't even have the odds for that, unfortunately. I should have shoved myself if I was going to play that pot. Yeah, not seeing any other Elrons in the mix. And we're on break, so I'm going to head off to commercial set, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
If you prefer a king-size cigarette without a filter, try the all-new Cavalier. Cavalier's new blend tastes great. It's the king-size smoke with a king-size taste. And the smoke feels as good as it tastes. Today's the day. Try the wonderful all-new king-size Cavalier.
What'd you tell Harry our washer's giving us trouble for? He's always promoting.
A new one.
Now, to demonstrate this automatic with Dash. Harry, you selling Dash as well as Westinghouse laundromat? Well, they go together. They even come packed together. Every automatic manufacturer recommends Dash.
What's Dash got?
Safe suds to prevent over-sudsing troubles. Hey, if you'd have used Dash, maybe our machine would still be working.
I need lots of suds for cleaning.
Let Dash prove differently. Your shirt's this grimy?
Heaven forbid.
Watch Dash give them the best cleaning possible. This Westinghouse laundromat really performs. Multi-speed washing action tumbles wash 57 times a minute through Dash's safe, easy-to-rinse suds.
Dash cleans divine, honey.
Okay, we'll buy it. But
I know. Treat it right with Dash.
I am Michael of the Waldorf. Here in my salon, I create hairstyles for some of America's smartest women, and I have found a remarkable shampoo that actually helps your permanent hold its curl. It is today's dream shampoo with a hairspring formula. Let me show you with this permanent. Look at this side before shampooing. It is limp, lifeless. But when we wash with today's dream, see how springy and elastic the curls become, how lively. Help your permanent hold its curl. Get today's dream shampoo with its hairspring formula.
You just turn a key on the dashboard and the trunk opens electrically. And here's how easy it is to drive. Can you flick that light switch?
Why, certainly. Anyone can.
Then you can drive the Edsel.
That's right. Driving the 1958 Edsel is as easy as flicking a light switch. For Edsel's exclusive new Teletouch drive shifts electrically at a touch. It's a new idea that puts shifting where it belongs, so you can keep both hands safely at the wheel. And look, you can shift and turn the wheel at the same time, for the control remains stationary, which makes Edsel the world's easiest car to handle. On the Edsel's instrument panel, you'll find many more new ideas. like this speedometer that glows red when you exceed the safe maximum speed you set it for. This one simple dial that sets heat, ventilation, and air conditioning at a twist of the wrist. Even a remote trunk release that electrically opens the luggage compartment. And under that long, straight Edsel hood, you'll find the newest V8 engines in the world. The big new Edsel 400 and the larger Edsel 475. Each one power matched to the weight of the car to put more usable power at your command than you have ever known before. Remember, driving an Edsel is an experience no man should miss. Discover for yourself the thrill of driving an Edsel, 1958's one really new car. Visit your Edsel dealer soon, and when you do, you'll meet a fine businessman with a broad automobile experience. He became an Edsel dealer because he had driven the Edsel, he had compared it, and he had carefully evaluated it. He'll be glad to demonstrate to you, as he did to himself, that the 1958 Edsel is the car that offers you the most in elegance of styling and performance. There are 18 models and 4 series to choose from. Edsel prices are surprisingly low, with models priced just above the lowest and ranging through the entire medium price field. You can afford an Edsel. Stop in and see and drive the Edsel tomorrow at your Edsel dealer.
We're back. Back down to 36 players remaining, just 4 tables, I'm sorry, I have to do the math correctly. 36 divided by 9 equals 4. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can do math. Ladies and gentlemen and cats, is our resident cat around today? No, she's probably over with Ian. Makes good sense. She's still watching us, of course, if Ian's showing us on his stream, which I'm sure he is at some of the time. Yeah. I'm Michael of the Unibet. Just watching the Edsel commercial. Imagine an automatic trunk release. What an astonishingly futuristic development that would be, right? If only I could get an automatic trunk release on my car. Hello, Piano Cat. You are here. Hello, hello, hello. You are here. I'm glad our resident cat is in the room. It's always more pleasant when you're purring nearby. Alrighty, so I just kicked off the Singularity. €1 Singularity. Ooh, good luck for that ticket there, shopper. Good luck, good luck, good luck. So Arrow Wheel has shoved on us. It's more than 10 big blinds. I don't think we're ever calling off with deuces here, are we? I'm pretty sure we're never calling off with deuces here. I mean, it is a potential spot to knock somebody out, yes, but deuces just does not seem like the hand I should be trying to do that with, since we're literally racing against everything. Except for the odd deuce X hand that might be out there, which are, you know, we got two blockers against, so. And I have to think if he's willing to shove his 15 big blinds at this point under the gun, like that, he's got to be relatively strong. I mean, he's not just lamping that with 2-7 or anything like that. I wouldn't think. Not from under the gun. There's too many people that can wake up with a hand and call him off. So assuming he's actually thinking about the game, which you know is actually always an assumption that it's not necessarily warranted, but assuming he's thinking about the game, he's like never. He's never light in that spot. I could get a black and green wrestler mask in the real world. I think this is the hand I want to see flop with, if possible. Again, I think force is just a little bit too small here. Even when we're only talking about 7 big blinds. I mean, it's still only a 1.5 to 1 pot odds, so. King 10 would normally be something I'd play if I was in later position, but we're under the gun, so. Should probably be defending. that some of the time, I think. So we've also got the €1 Singularity running now. We busted out of the €2 Singularity that we were playing before, so just running the €1 and this qualifier. Down to 32 players remaining in this in the qualifier. Of course, only 9 are getting seats, so we still got quite a ways to go before we're booking any plane tickets to Dublin. But as I said in my community post, if I win the seat today, I will be booking plane tickets today, and probably hotel as well to make sure I get a decent rate and booking. Hopefully, they still got rooms at the actual venue. That's always the best place to stay when you're playing poker. If there's a hotel, for the record, if you're ever traveling for poker, and there's a hotel on site. Always take the hotel on site, even if it's a few more dollars. I find. I mean, unless your budget is super tight, in which case I'm not entirely sure traveling for poker is the best. It's the best move in your mind. But the amount of extra value you get from the time saved and the hassle saved of not having to drive to the venue and everything like that, well worth a few extra dollars. Yeah. I mean, there's some Elrond places, right? That you wander into some pretty nasty Elrond spots. There was just NMP fans tweet. Alrighty, well, I guess we are in a position where we're putting all of our chips in the middle. I mean, there is a call potentially for me to induce other action behind, but the more people I get in this hand, the weaker my aces are. This is a chance to knock 1 or 2 people out if sniper calls as well. I think just putting it all across the line. I think that was my best move here. Wow. I mean, sure, why the hell not? I mean, what's the fucking point even, right? 3 to 4 times the price. Yeah, that's definitely something I'd have to think about. In Canada, that would never be the case. It would be the case that it might be 20% more, um, 10 or 20% more, and especially with the hotel casinos, or the casino hotels, they're going to do package deals for their poker tournament weekends and stuff like that as well. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I just find that the extra the reduced stress of just being there, and not having the traffic, not having the extra time involved to have to get to the venue is definitely worthwhile. Yeah, that's true. I mean, as long as you got some walk time, um, that's workable in Canada in many cases. Um, the weather can be a little tricky. I mean, obviously in the summertime it's fine for us in the summertime, but even getting into September, it gets to be pretty dicey about whether if you leave your house in the morning, uh, whether you're going to be in the middle of a blizzard by the time you come home at the end of the day, right? So it's a little tricky to plan to walk around outside in Canada. So we tend to always think about driving. That translates into the summer as well because it doesn't necessarily have to. We could walk a lot more in the summertime, and actually a lot of us do. I certainly do in the summertime. But again, it can turn pretty quickly weather-wise most months of the year in Canada. In fact, in my 53 years of life, almost 54 years of life, um, I've seen blizzard conditions in every single month of the year, and that includes July and August. Um, Both cases, it was like early July and late August, so I'm not talking about like necessarily the middle of those months, but the July 1st weekend, I can remember back in the mid to late 80s. I think 87 is the year I'm thinking of. Could be 86 though. I have to go back and do a little bit more research from that. Um, Yeah, that flop, right? I mean, just gross. Just gross. Um, so yeah, that one on the July 1st long weekend, we had 4 inches of snow, shut down the airports. It's crazy. And it's actually the last weekend in August, or the last week of August, is actually not that uncommon to get late or early fall snowstorms in Canada. So yeah, you really can't count on walking anywhere. Oh my God, we just gave up a big potential pot on the singularity table. I mean, I think it was the right thing to do. We folded on the So I folded to a lot of action on an ace queen queen 2 diamond flop with a pair of jacks with the jack of diamonds. Um, and they ended up getting all the money in, and it was uh, a diamond draw against ace king. Um, And I mean, I knew at the point where we were, my jacks were dead, and I was going to have to draw out. The flush came on the turn. Four of diamonds came on the turn for to give the guy the flush. Jack of spades came on the river, which would have given me the full house. But that's what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I think folding on the flop is the right move. I just so happens it would have been something I won before that. So we're still alive in the qualifier anyways, even after that gross. I mean, it's funny. I do like a decent hotel for sure, but I mean, I spent 5 years working in West Africa, so trust me, I know from bad hotels. There's really nothing in North America or Europe that even approaches the level of a bad hotel in Africa. I have to say, some truly appalling. There's some truly appalling hotel conditions that I encountered in Africa. Yeah, it probably is. This ace three is probably a jam as well. Although it might have been a little light for that, but I think being suited and being the ace three. I mean, I might not do it with an ace six, ace seven. Yeah, I might. I mean, once I book the ticket, I'll start looking at. I mean, I know I'm going to need to get a flight, so I'll definitely book a flight. I might not book the hotel right off, as you say. Alrighty, well, at least our suck out dude is gone. It's a shame some of our chips ended up going over to other buddy, but we've had Elrond's fill sit and goes. Could we have Elrond's fill an entire hotel? Elrond's fill the penthouse. Well, we haven't booked our tickets yet, guys. I wonder if this ace jack is ever a reshove here. Probably not with the open in front. It's probably just a fold. Might be giving up a value spot, but I mean, I think Bird Food Man wakes up with a better hand than ace jack relatively often. where we're at best in a race spot where we have to hit. If I'm going to be in a race spot, I generally prefer to be in the race spot with the paired hand because I don't actually have to hit to win. Trying to induce some action over top of me, of course. I think Arrowhead's got a really good chance of just spewing off. He just calls instead. That's cool. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I probably should be jamming all the aces. Ian's the one that blasts off. I knew somebody would blast off for us. Oh, so gross, Ian. So gross, my friend. I do apologize. Sort of apologize. You know, it's like poker, so you know. And that was a poker hand. We're both putting our money. We're both putting our money in there. I didn't have to induce you to come over top of me there. You were coming over top no matter what I did. You were calling me off no matter what I did, I think. So that was just the way it goes. I hope good luck all in, Mr. Simpson. Oh, that flop. Dirty, dirty. Eni's still got the dirty, dirty. Nice to see Eni's still got the dirty, dirty working for him. I mean, I feel like Super Nitty folding hands like 10 Jack suited, but nice. Thank you, NP. I appreciate that. I'll definitely take you up on that. I could deal with rain. Rain's not so bad. And going to a place like Ireland, I would expect rain. Just finished watching the Eni hand. Poor Eni. Good luck, Eenie. Ace queen, he hits the queen, hits the queen. He hits the queen. Nice hand, Eenie. Nice hand, Eenie. Got to put in a bet with our ace jack, but probably don't do much to action. Yes, that was a fun hand. $22 players remaining. We got 13 to go until we got until we're getting tickets handed out. Oh, the diamonds just get there. Diamonds just get there. We have 12 players to go until we're handing out tickets. You know, I didn't used to play bounties very much at all. Unibet really has changed my mind about that. I wonder if I'm supposed to defend with the ace-9 there. I mean, I think if it's a ace-10, ace-jack, something like that, I probably am always defending. I might be 3-betting him there, but I'm not sure with an ace-9 that I really should be 3-betting there. So we flopped the flush draw, so I think we're going to keep some value c-bet pressure on. It's a semi-bluff value. Semi-value, semi-bluff pressure on. I think we have to raise this one again. Alrighty, shopper. We'll see you later, my friend. I'll see you later. Check your tweets tomorrow. I'll either be crying in my beer or celebrating on Twitter. Later. We are 11 away now from getting a seat, booking our first seat, and getting on the Travelocity to book us a flight. One more player down. We are 10 away from the money. We are 10 away from handing out tickets in this Saturday. Oh wow, Ian had King when I had the S9. Crazy. Crazy. Of course, with the way he's running today, I'd have flopped the ace, right? I'd have hit the ace, and then taken a stack away from him the way he's running today. In this one, at least from what I've seen, it's been pretty brutal for him. Crikey. Crikey, I think we have to call behind here and see what the flop brings at least. It's going to be too much money in the pot for us to just ignore it at this point. I mean, even though we're in Sadi mode, and we're 9 away from the... Oof. So we're getting close. We're getting close. What's our stack sizes looking like at the moment for this? So... Yeah, I think I'm actually folding here. I think I'm actually folding there. Out of position. Yeah. I mean, if I'm being results oriented, obviously we want to be in the pot now, but I mean, there's still lots of ways it could go wrong for us, even if. And I mean, I'm not sure we're calling it with that action. We probably check, so it probably goes the same action. And I don't know that we're. I think we're just folding anyways at that point, right? Once it goes bet raise, comes around to us, and we're just sitting with the bear king there. I mean, yeah, there's the diamond draws are going to be the ones doing that a lot, but yes, it's in this spot that's not really the place to do that sort of thing. That's probably a jam. I don't know. It probably should have been a jam. That almost certainly should have been a jam. So far, we're running okay there, Yogi. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So far, we're running not too bad. Life could certainly be worse. We're about to I think against Donkey Bonk, I think we're probably about to put our money in with Ace King here. And we lose the race. So we're done in the singularity. I guess I should have decided not to put my money in against Donkey Bonk, eh? So down to the IPO seat only qualifiers, the only game we got going at the moment. I think that's all I'm going to reg for now. Going to need to get into some more of the bounties later to try to get my my bounty numbers up. I dropped a little bit after today, or after the last couple of days. So where am I sitting at now in the low? Let me have a quick look here. Yeah, I've dropped to 9th now. I've got 101 points now, but I'm in 9th place. So I need to bump that up a bit. I need more booty. I need more booty. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right at that point. Probably shoving is the way to go, but I'm also seeing a lot of action elsewhere on the table, though, so I'm actually relatively content to let other people bust each other out, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing, right? People do all sorts of weird things in here, and I'm I don't want to blow this off on. Oh, shoot, where did Ian go? Did he bust? He didn't bust, did he? He got moved he must have got moved to another table. Oh no, he busted. Boo-hoo. Sorry, Eanie. Eanie was out in 8th. Or Mr. Lappin is still in there. He's got a slightly bigger stack than we have. Sitting in 7th position now. I would have obviously shoved that if it's if it had folded around to me, but Cowboy's always lurking. Pair of eights. I guess this is getting stuffed in the middle. Guess this is getting stuffed in the middle. Jesus, King 10. We are 6 to go until the money now. Definitely not going to be shoving a6 from middle position at this point in time. Even suited. That certainly does not seem like a plus EV play. Folding, however, seems like a plus EV play in this case. That seems like the best play we could make. Yeah, sucks to be Eni today, I guess. It was a brutal. I mean, it was a brutal day for him. We saw the first two. We saw the way his first two bullets went, and I mean, it was. He did there. And the same with the hand against me. I mean, in none of those cases did he do anything wrong. He played the hands exactly the way he should have played them, and poker just came along and kicked him in the teeth instead of being nice to him. So the way poker goes some days. You just got to be able to. You do have to be able to deal with it. I don't always deal with it the best, but you got to be able to deal with it somehow. $14 players remaining now. Ticking down, getting closer and closer. We're 5 away from having to spend $800 or $900 on a plane ticket to Dublin. So I'm not sure if this is good news or not, but I'm 5 players away from having to spend a whole bunch of money. Well, Motto's decided this is the time to put their chips in. I don't think we have a hand that we can call with. Hopefully Bunny Ann has limped with a hand she can call with. So I don't think our King Deuce is a hand we can call. And she can't get rid of her cards fast enough. Alrighty, we're on break as soon as this hand folds out, which I'm going to do right away. We're not going to call off a shove with a king 6. Alrighty, so we are heading to break. 5 players to go until the money, and we're going to set up some commercials for you, and I'll be right back. After these short messages.
Watch closely. This wall has just been painted with Super Chemtone. Now watch this decorating magic. You're watching the most sensational achievement the decorating world has ever known. Now, for the first time, you can actually roll a new kind of beauty onto your walls. It's called applique, and it's rolled over walls freshly painted with Super Chemtone. More than mere design, applique rolled over Super Chemtone gives you new dimension effects that will completely transform your rooms. The effects can be subtle, or bold, soft, or shimmering. They can actually change with the light in your room. You begin with America's favorite latex wall paint, Super Chemtone, whatever color you want. And then when it's dry, an hour later or at any time within 3 days, you're ready for applique. The secret of applying it is this double roller. You simply dip it in the applique and roll on this exciting new kind of beauty. You can't compare it with anything you've ever seen before because there's never been anything like it. Applique, rolled over Super Chemtone, is the fashionable new way to make the rooms in your home more beautiful than you ever thought possible. You paint your walls, roll on this new dimension beauty, and get a whole new room for little more than the cost of paint. See your Super Chemtone dealer tomorrow. See the thousands of effects in color and design you can achieve with applique, rolled over Super Chemtone. Then you too will want this beauty in your home. Fabulous new applique, rolled over America's favorite washable wall paint, Super Chemtone.
Leading television experts, cameramen, soundmen, engineers choose Motorola. Leading television stars like Ruth Hussey, Edward Arnold, and Lorraine Day say,
See me at my best. See me on a Motorola.
Your eye tells why Motorola gives clearer, sharper pictures. For example, only Motorola has Glare Guard, the curved screen that eliminates up to 98% of all reflected glare. You'll find Glare Guard on the beautiful new Motorola's. Stunning consoles, handsome combinations, 18 Fashion Award-winning cabinet styles, like this Motorola Modern in Elsa Maxwell's smartly styled apartment.
On the other hand, you may prefer traditional furniture. You'll find no lovelier television cabinet styles than those created by Motorola. Motorola TV, the only television set to receive the Fashion Academy Award for beauty of cabinet design. For after all, when decorating your home, one of your first considerations must be the style and placing of your television set. Every Motorola, 4-way combination, stunning compact big screen table model, or any one of the handsome television consoles, whichever cabinet you choose will add to the beauty of your home. One of the reasons is Motorola's extreme care in selecting only the finest mahogany or rich-grained limed oak. Another reason, the painstaking finishing process, all done by hand, that gives your Motorola that soft, rich luster. The proof is in the seeing. Your dealer will gladly give you a free home demonstration of Motorola TV. Ask him about the truly generous trade-ins for your old set or even your old radio. And the terms are easy. 65 weeks to pay the balance after a small down payment.
Yes, for years of outstanding performance and beauty, your eye tells why leading television stars like Lorraine Day say,
See me at my best. See me on a Motorola.
Motorola TV. Motorola TV.
Yes, the spring of the curl proves it's a prom. Prom, the easy new self-neutralizing home permanent. You're free to go where you please, even take a drive while your prom neutralizes itself. Prom is the only self-neutralizing permanent with a choice of 3 different lotions. So promise yourself a prom today.
Alrighty, we are just bumped slightly out of scoring position with 10 of 14, but we're still in a decent position here. Certainly don't have a ticket locked up by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think we're in terribly dire straits either, to be perfectly honest. I think this will be a shove if it folds around to me. That's my only, like you say, I think that's my only option at this point. Actually, you know what? I think A6 is a little too weak, and I'm still, well, I wouldn't be doing it anyways with hardly here behind me, so we're done anyways, but. Excuse me for coughing in your ears there, folks. Alrighty, so we are right on the verge. Right on the verge. Here, we're 5 away from the tickets. We're in 9th position with 9 people getting paid. Oh, that's gross. I think that might put us in 10th again. Now that Hardly Here picked up a... Yep. Well, with any luck, Motto's done. With any luck. Not that that helps us a huge amount, because they got a smaller stack than us anyways, but... Alrighty, so we are 1 closer to the money, 4 away from tickets now. This is a clear shove if it folds around to us. This is a clear shove when it folds around to us. Three to go to the money now. We're 11 of 12, but everybody around 9, 10, 11, 12 is all pretty close to the same stack, so. Oh, I don't think Queen 5 is quite a shove here. Just like the insta-shove from PB Obama there. Or Peel Obama. Moves us back into a scoring spot with 3 to go. Must be super exciting for my audience to sit here and watch me fold all the time. As we talk about how much equity I have in folding. It must be super exciting. I appreciate you guys being here for. I mean, satellite qualifier poker is not the most exciting poker in the world. You got interesting prizes at the end of it, but it's not the most exciting poker in the world usually. Well, that's gross. We wanted Slick Rocket to be busting that hand, frankly, but. We're never calling off here. This is going to be a shove/call spot, I think. Well, it's 100% a shove spot. Pretty much 100% a call spot once somebody else shoves in front as well, I think, on that board. So we're pretty close to being hand for hand here on the bubble. We're 3 away. Gonna guess we might go hand for hand when it's 2 away on this. Maybe we don't go hand for hand at all because 2 away would be 6 and 5, and then the actual bubble is 2 tables of 5, so they might not go hand for hand on 2 tables of 5. There might not be any reason to, frankly. The Kings take it down, and we are 1 closer now. We are 1 closer. This is going to be a shove spot. This is going to be a shove spot. This is going to be a shove spot. I'm not thrilled about it, but this is going to be a shove spot. Oh. Oh. Oh, just twice in a row. He has the Kings, and we're done in fucking 11th place. Ah, so close yet so far. Well, I guess we're not booking a ticket to Dublin today. I guess we're not booking a plane ticket to Dublin today. I mean, I think that ace queen is a reshove spot there with my stack at that point. I was not. I mean, I certainly didn't have a ticket locked up. I certainly didn't have to put my chips in there. I could probably guess he's relatively strong, but I also think he's going to be opening there fairly frequently. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love the folding as well, but I mean, I love the qualifiers as well. A little bit disappointed in the way this one turned out because I'm thinking back, I probably don't need to come back over top. Once he opens, I can probably get out of the way. And live on to play another day. But it does feel like a spot where I want to get some chips in. Yeah, no, no, it was the wrong move. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I wish it had turned out a little bit better for us on the on this in this situation, but you win some, you lose some. We got close, but no quite cigar. So thanks for hanging out with me. No quite cigar. Close, but no cigar. Whatever, not quite a cigar. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to bring this puppy in for landing. I'll be back in a week's time. A little bit more than a week, probably. So until then, Elron out. For more vintage poker content from Mothership Poker, click the subscribe button and check out the playlists for all of our old archived content, as well as the ads only cut from some of the early streams.